Birthday out to $9. Longer odds for the rest of the field. Now ahead is Warrigal for the first over the 2,175 metres.
Starter goes up, boxed and ready, the first of 9 here on Goulburn City Cup Day. 1,000 metres, the first of the year, first event. Now the line is set and away they go. Got them away to a good level start. Mr. Bill was slightly slow to move and Some Ego went back to the tail. Nick Nack Jack and Frisky Dish got away well and White Eagle is showing speed. Not too far away, sorting themselves out was Please Charge. Now Mr. Bill goes around the field. Back behind those Happy Birthday, followed by Laravel and Some Ego on the inside. On settling down as they race down the side. They've got about 700 metres to go and White Eagle on the outside is leading by about a long neck in front of Frisky Dish on the inside. A length and a half behind those going well was Please Charge, followed by Nick Nack Jack on the outside. Fairly wide was Mr. Bill, followed by Some Ego, La Ravelle, and Happy Birthday last of all, but around the home turn, and Frisky Dish on the inside is just leading. White Eagle on the outside is under the pressure now, and running on well down the centre. Please Charge, further out was Some Ego, and Mr. Bill is out very wide on the track, halfway down the straight, and Frisky Dish is giving plenty the leader. Trying hard was White Eagle, followed by Please Charge, who's running on well now, and Some Ego out very wide. It's Frisky Dish in front near the line, and Frisky Dish is too good. Frisky Dish wins the opening race. Second, Please Charge. White Eagle third, followed further back in the field, Some Ego. Then La Ravelle, Nick Nack Jack well back in the field, followed then by Happy Birthday, and Mr. Bill was last. 5 the winner, Frisky Dish, 431.70 in New South Wales. Please Charge $1.30 and White Eagle $1.80. So the numbers on the first at Goulburn on Goulburn Cup Day should read 5, 3 and 4. 5, 3 and 4. Frisky Dish, trained at Hawkesbury by Wayne Tubb. Well written by Craig Rickson, is raced by WJ and Mrs. S.J. Tubb, G&D Grant, A.G. Bonacera, J. Butchie, S. Chambers, D.T. Gay and D.B. Glendenning. And Frisky Dish, a 3-year-old bay filly by Zeditive out of Sonora, trained, as I said, by Wayne Tubb at Hawkesbury, Craig Rickson. And this filly by Zeditive having her 8th start today. Now, Please Charge, every chance. Trained by Ken Callaghan, Jamie Whitney, a 4-year-old brown gelding by Groucho out of Please Tango, and third, number 4, White Eagle, trained by Mark Fraser Campen at Warwick Farm, Aaron Hugh, and a 3-year-old chestnut gelding by Westminster out of Jennifer. So the winner of the first on Goulburn City Cup Day, Frisky Dish in New South Wales, 431.70, 3 Please Charge $1.30, 4 White Eagle $1.80. Now we'll have the time and margins in a moment. They're coming to hand now. A half by a half a length both ways, and the time for the opening race 59.69. Half both ways 59.69. That's the result of race 1 at Goulburn. I'll send all other details down the line following race 1.
Thank you, Tony. 5.340 and Numatilla's moved out to 4.60 with Fleshikur at $5.30. Let's take a look over the page to number 9, Bantam at long odds, Fordianism at 68 and Placid Sun there at 17. Seymour Divs on race number 2, 3.
Life's a song. 1,600 metres the journey. This is the distance of the Cup later this afternoon. Hurry on Freckles drawn out wide. Numatilla stands up. Churchill, they're set. They're under starter's orders now. Starter holds them. Placid Sun dived at the gate. And away they go, and now Placid Sun jumped out very quickly, led early, taken on by Fleshikur on the outside, and then Life's a Song. Back behind those Bantam and Numatilla, Dominion Flyer, Freudianism. Back towards the centre of the field there came Churchill, followed by Stella Rebel on the inside. A further break in the field, then came Hurry on Freckles and Bounty's Delight as last. As they make that first turn and commence the run down the back, and Numatilla goes around the field to lead. Inside the 1,200, Numatilla about 2.5 in front, Placid Sun second. A neck off third on the outside, Fleshikur. A break of about 2 behind those, then Life's a Song. A further break of about 4, then Bantam, followed then by Freudianism. Further back in the field, Dominion Flyer, Stella Rebel well back as they race down the back. A length and a half behind those, then Churchill, followed by Hurry on Freckles. And back at the tail of the field as they leave the back and race down the side, Bounty's Delight. With about 750 metres to go under a good rain, the leader was Numatilla. Not much speed on yet, about a long neck in front. Placid Sun second on the outside. A length and a quarter behind those, Life's a Song getting a beautiful run, followed by Fleshikur. Further back in the field on the inside was Bantam, followed then by Stella Rebel going around the outside of the field. And there's another one between those as they race up towards the turn. It's Freudianism. A long break behind those as they swing for home. Then came Churchill, followed by Bounty's Delight on the inside, and well back behind those Dominion Flyer. But around the home turn, 400 to go, race 2, Goulburn. He goes for the whip now on this leader as they race down the straight. And as they race down the straight, it's still a Rebel out wide, racing up to hit the lead. And out very wide, Churchill's coming with a big run. And New Matilla's battling away, but out very wide, it's Churchill racing up with Stella Rebel. And New Matilla kicking back on the inside. It's a Stella Rebel in the centre, and New Matilla, they go to the line. Stella Rebel did best, and Stella Rebel beat New Matilla. Third, Churchill out wide, followed then by Bounty's Delight. Further back in the field then came Placid Sun, followed by Life's a Song. Back behind those Bantam, followed then by Dominion Flyer, Flesher. And the last pair across the line, Freudianism and Hurry On Freckles. Stella Rebel, 451.70. New Matilla, 210. And Churchill, $1.80 in a good finish. Number 3, the winner, Stella Rebel, is trained by Gary Portelli at Warwick Farm. Andrew Gibbons, the winning rider. A 4-year-old chestnut gelding by Interstellar out of Rebnecki, is raced by S.G. Van Eyck, A. Colligaroo, Mrs. T.M. Mayer, W. Moore, S.L. Ware and J.H. Walker. So number 3, the winner, Stella Rebel, Andrew Gibbons for Gary Portelli. Number 8, New Matilla, Ken Callaghan, Jamie Whitney, the rider. And number 5, Churchill third, Alan Abrahams for Terry Gibson. So the numbers on race 2 at Goulburn should read 3, 8 and 5, 451.70 for Stella Rebel. Yeah, good finish. New Matilla led, was taken on by Stella Rebel. Churchill made a good run out wide, looked as though it could go on and win the race at one stage, but Churchill died on its run, and it was left between Stella Rebel and New Matilla to fight out the finish, and that trio got right away from the rest of the field. So the numbers will read 385, 385. They're official. Now, number 4 was 4th, Bounty's Delight, and 12, Placid Sun, finished 5th. Now, the margin's 3/4 by a short head, 3/4 a short head. Now, the race was hand-timed, 1:36.95. So the numbers on race 2, 385, 412, 3/4 a short head, 1:36.95 hand-timed, and we'll send all other details down the line following the running of race 2 at Goulburn.
Good on you, Tony. Thank you. 3, 8 and 5. Now, there will be a slight delay through from Orange on race number 3 as owners want to look to see that the start was a fair start, fair and reasonable, and I'm sure that Bill won't be surprised to hear that. So, no, all clear through on race number. And over to longer odds to Shiraz and T Junction, 21 and 37 for number 10. Let's have a look at Warrigal, race number 3.
Ready to run. Gates open, a good level start, and the Golden Girl landed out in front towards the inside, taken on by Mr. Volcanic moving up on the outside, and T Junction, Little Cove all in a group back behind those Il Padrone. Then Queen of Sorcery, Lusty back to second last, and Shiraz last of all. On settling down, racing down the side, 700 out, a good race for the lead now. We're down towards the inside, it's Mr. Volcanic. Mr. Volcanic leading by about a head. There's another one up on the outside who's covered for the moment, it's T Junction. T Junction running second, followed then by the Golden Girl and Little Cove fourth. A further break, Queen of Sorcery on its outside there. Came Il Padrone, further back behind those Lusty second last, and Shiraz last of all. Around the home turn, 400 metres to go, and Mr. Volcanic shaken up as the leader. T Junction is running second, followed by Little Cove, Il Padrone, and Queen of Sorcery, and out very wide. Lusty's running on fairly well, but halfway down the straight, 200 to go. He's got to go now for Mr. Volcanic. The Golden Girl, 2 outers running on, a Little Cove down the centre. It's Mr. Volcanic clear, though, as they get towards the line. He pulls out plenty, Mr. Volcanic, and Mr. Volcanic has beaten the Golden Girl, T Junction third, then Little Cove followed by Queen of Sorcery. Well back was Il Padrone, followed then by Lusty, and the last one to pull up in the third event of the day was Shiraz. Yeah, pulled out plenty, Mr. Volcanic. They made a run at it in the straight, but he had a bit up his sleeve, the rider Jeff Penzer, and drew away again on the line. The numbers will read 2, 7 and 10. 2, 7 and 10 will be the numbers. Number 2, the winner, Mr. Volcanic. Lee Curtis, Rose Hill, the trainer. Jeff Penzer, the rider, is a 3-year-old chestnut gelding, Volcanic Prince, out of Bright Estimate, raced by Ms. M.L. Johnson, Katie Jarrett, Jay Caboni and D. Larson in partnership. Number 7, the Golden Girl, Lindy Bundy at Maria, the trainer, Ray Silburn, a 5-year-old chestnut mare, Scandalous Lad, Forever Golden, and T Junction, a good run, number 10, trained at Queanbeyan by Jack Van Dier and Peter Mullin, a 3-year-old brown gelding, Wajib, out of Jaringa. So the numbers will be 2, 7 and 10 on the New South Wales TAB, $2.30, $1.10. Mr Volcanic, Le Golden Girl, $2.90 and T-Junction, $3.70. Was always travelling like a winner. Mr Volcanic has now had 9 starts. Very consistent galloper, 9 starts, 3 wins, 1 second and a third. Now in the 4th event of the day, Kevin Sweeney, the rider for number 1 Squaresy. The scratching is number 4 Pretty Clear along scratchings. 4 Pretty Clear along with number 12 Volcanic Affair. Now the margins, the winner scored by 1 1/4 length, 3/4, second and third. 1 1/4 length by 3/4 the margins. 59.38 was the time. The 4th place getter, number 5 Little Cove, and 4 Il Padrone finished 5th. 2, 7, 10, 5.
Let's go over the page. 2 Delicious Toes. Not sure about that. 31. She's Got Rhythm at $9.10. Number 11 Sweet Harmonies at $3.10 is the toad favourite there. It's had 4 starts, $5.40. And over the page is our favourite, number 11 Sweet Harmonies, into $3.70. With number 10 She's Got Rhythm moving into $8.10. Now for Warragul, race number 4, we've got some late mail from...
And they're set. Squaresy stands well. Synergy, starter goes up. And away they go, and getting out very quickly was Sweet Harmonies, the favourite early leads on, settling down, followed by Gentle Halo getting up along the inside. Then Folklocracy, followed by Delicious Toes, showing a bit of speed. In behind those Sweat, followed by Synergy, and She's Got Rhythm. Back behind those Butone Girl. And along last was Squaresy on, settling down as they leave the back and race down the side. And with the mouth open, pulling a little bit and keen to go a bit faster, Gentle Halo leads. About a long neck in front of Sweet Harmonies on the outside, followed then by She's Got Rhythm out wide, moving to third. Down towards the inside, Folklocracy, followed by Delicious Toes. Back behind those Synergy, followed then by Butone Girl and Sweater second last. At a length then Squaresy last of all. Racing up towards the turn. Race for Goulburn. They've got about 500 to go, and Gentle Halo is just in front. Sweet Harmonies looming up on the outside. Folklocracy waiting for a run on the rails. Back behind those She's Got Rhythm. Further back then Synergy, followed by Sweat on the outside. And the next one was Butone Girl in the straight with about 300 to go. He's got to go for Gentle Halo. Now here's Sweet Harmonies. Sweet Harmonies moved up very quickly and went to the lead, and running on fairly well out very wide was Sweat, but it's Sweet Harmonies the leader. Folklocracy out very wide, but Sweet Harmonies in front near the line, and Sweet Harmonies first. A good go for the minors. We've got Butone Girl, Gentle Halo, and out wide Folklocracy, followed by Synergy. Then She's Got Rhythm. Back behind those Squaresy, followed by Delicious Toes and Sweat, one of the last across the line. 11 Sweet Harmony the winner. To the cheers of the crowd, $3.50 and $1.70. 11 Sweet Harmonies. She played up on the way to the barrier stalls, but she was on her very best behaviour. Was always travelling beautifully, and a good ride by Mark Newnham. This jockey is riding in great form. A much underrated rider, Mark Newnham, but he was seen at his very best on Sweet Harmonies, trained at Wyong by Mark Howard, and the winner raced by Mrs. BF, RG and MN Howard. A 3-year-old bay filly by Procol Harum out of Sweets to Sweets. Now it's very close for the minors, out very wide. We've got number 8 Folklocracy. In the middle of those we've got Butone Girl, and Gentle Halo was battling away on the inside, but very close for second. Maybe Butone Girl just ahead of the one out wide, Folklocracy, but not far away was Gentle Halo. But it's 11 at a photo. 11 the winner, Sweet Harmonies, ridden by Mark Newnham on the New South Wales TAB. It'll return around about $3.50. $3.50 it will return. We'll have the minors. Judge will call for the photo for second. A good 3-way go. Now race 5 is the Goulburn City Council Class 2 handicap. Take out number 10 Table Duke. And there are no riding changes. Just repeating that riding change in the last race of the day for you again. And it's on number 9, the horse in question. That is Lady Cordelia, Larry Mortel. Now the numbers are official. They're coming to hand now. The numbers are 11, 7, 8. 11 the winner, Sweet Harmonies, Mark Newman. Second goes to number 7, Butone Girl. Craig Rickson, and number 8 Folklocracy was third. Fourth, number 2 Gentle Halo. So the numbers are official now. 11.78 as the winner returns. 351.70 Sweet Harmonies, Butone Girl 250, and Folklocracy $2.80. Fourth was number 2 Gentle Halo. The winner won by 3/4 of a length with a nose between second and third. 3/4 of a length by a nose. 113.28, 113.28, and we'll have more from Goulburn in just a moment.
Good on you, Tony. Thank you. They're moving forward here.
20 Radius, 17 Abbey Jazz, 28 Home Team, and 15 Just a Million. Pacencia trained at Canberra by Sammy Vella. This gelding by Interstellar Racing in good form at the present time. Scored a good win at Canberra last start over the 2,000 metres, beating Hurlstonian on that occasion, and Hurlstonians in this race. Previous race of the day, won in good style by the favourite Sweet Harmonies Mark Newnham, beating Butone Girl, Craig Rickson, and Folklocracy, Alan Abrahams. Now they're about to move in. Trafalgar goes up, Carbonite, Home Team. Trafalgar the inside, the light goes on, started coming around to release the field. This is race 5 of 9. Star of Westbury in the centre of the stall stands up with Pacencia. Now they're boxed, set to run. Starter goes up. They face up well. Gates open. Now Trafalgar down towards the inside, and Pacencia got away well. Easing behind those Carbonite, further out to Hurlstonian. Radius goes up 4 and 5 wide. And from the outside gate, Just a Million will lead as they race down to the winning post. At the winning post, a circuit to go. Just a Million leads. A length and a half in front of Radius, moving to second, followed by Pacencia, who's on the outside of Trafalgar, and further back behind those Hurlstonian. On the inside of Abbey Jazz, further back to Carbonite, Home Team. And about 2.5 then Star of Westbury last of all. Racing up the side, they've got about 1,500 to go. A fair turn of speed on where the leader was Just a Million. A length and a quarter in front, Radius second, followed then by Pacencia pulling on the outside. A head off fourth on the inside, Trafalgar. Further back behind those, Abbey Jazz. A half a length on the inside as they race towards that next turn, Hurlstonian. A further break of about 2.5 to Carbonite, followed by Home Team and Star of Westbury on the outside as they swing down the back of the track inside the 1,200 metre mark. And the pace is slowed now where the leader was Just a Million. Moving up on the outside, Radius to be within about a length or so of the leader now. In behind those, Pacencia on the outside of Trafalgar, who's pulling a little bit. Further back behind those, then Abbey Jazz racing on the outside of Hurlstonian as they race inside the 1,000. A long break to Star of Westbury, followed by Carbonite. And a length and a half then Home Team laughed it all as they leave the back and race down the side with about 800 metres to go. And still little change in the order. Just a Million leads a length in front, Radius second, followed then by Trafalgar with a good run on the inside of Pacencia. A break of about 2 behind those, Hurlstonian, Abbey Jazz further back behind those. Racing down towards the turn was Home Team, followed further back in the field Carbonite and Star of Westbury last of all as they race up towards the turn. 500 metres to go and still the leader Just a Million. Moving up on the outside was Radius. Now starting a run 3 and 4 wide, Pacencia, followed by Trafalgar back along the inside and back behind those Hurlstonian, getting run right up along the inside in the straight with about 350 metres to go, and Radius is the leader. Battling on there on the inside was Trafalgar and Carbonite getting up closer down towards the inside, and Home Team's coming down the outside. There's many chances. It's Carbonite right up along the inside taking the lead. It's Carbonite drawing clear near the line, and Carbonite too good. Trafalgar second, Hurlstonian third, followed by Radius. Pacencia couldn't go on in the straight. Then Abbey Jazz back behind those, Just a Million, followed by Home Team, and the last one across the line, Star of Westbury. Carbonite the winner to return in New South Wales, $6.90 and $2. 634 should be the numbers. Number 6 the winner. I beg your pardon, we'll start again. The winner was Carbonite number 2. Number 2's the winner, Carbonite, ridden by Paul Rowe. A good ride, was very patient. Wayne Davey Maruya. The winner raced by El Magnifico, MT, Mrs. E and M Bell, Mrs. E and M.G. Bell, G. Vassal and K. Dimitrovsky. Carbonite the winner, a 4-year-old brown gelding by Ravocious out of Courteous, Wayne Davey, Paul Rowe. Now Trafalgar second, trained by Christine Brindley at Wagga Wagga, Alan Abrahams, a 3-year-old brown gelding, Agincourt embarking. And number 4, Hurlstonian, Colin Pearson, Maruya, Larry Mortell. $6.90 and $2 for Carbonite. Trafalgar $2, Hurlstonian $2. We'll have further details in a moment. Now in the 6th event of the day, It's the Mitsubishi Class 1. Take out 6 Shelby County and 9 Queen of Sorcery. 6 and 9 out of race 6. Yeah, good win then. 14 at the top, 56 count of feet. Solid favourite Night Before Dawn on the New South Wales TAB. Now they're moving well. Now Stage Right Even goes up, waiting on at the top to move along. Count of feet to go up. And also Superior Sovereign is out of line. This is race 6, the Mitsubishi Class 1. Now Count Her Feet about to move along, and that will leave Superior Sovereign, one of the last. Cray Cake stands up on the inside of the line. Races in the famous Doyle colours, the Oxley partnership, trained at Warwick Farm by Max Wiggins. Cray Cake's colours and Sakan very similar here. Now waiting on Count Her Feet, the one out of line. Corica Lady stands up, Aristides. Mr. Who. Now the line taking good shape. Very good crowd here today. Excellent crowd, in fact. I'm sure the club would be pleased. Now Count Her Feet goes up to complete the line. All in race 6, Class 1. Starter about to go up onto his ladder. They're set. Gates open. A fairly good start, although Mr. Who went back to the tail of the field with Brave Gift and getting out very well the favourite Night Before Dawn. At the top is running second, followed then by on the outside Superior Sovereign third. Craig Cake is getting a run on the inside. Corica Lady is next, followed by Brave Gift, who's getting up along the inside, and Sakan between runners. Back behind those sorting themselves out, Mr. Who, Aristides, followed by Stage Right Even, and about 2 then Count Her Feet last of all. Down the side, 700 out. Night Before Dawn is being pressured on the outside now by At the Top. They're clear by about 2.5 for Superior Sovereign settling down. Then Craig Cake, Corica Lady back behind those. Brave Gift ridden along. And the next one was Sakana. Further break in the field then. Stage Right Even, Aristides, Mr. Who. And about 2 then Count Her Feet last of all on the turn. 400 metres to go. Night Before Dawn heads for home. Kicked away at the top of the straight. Night Before Dawn. At the top went very wide. Back behind those running on was Craig Cake. Further out on the track then Superior Sovereign, and the widest run was Stage Right Even. But as they race down towards the 200, here's Craig Cake now. Craig Cake moved up on the outside of Night Before Dawn. They've raced well clear. It's a 2-horse war. Craig Cake on the outside. Night Before Dawn is kicking back. Night Before Dawn and Craig Cake, they hit the line. Craig Cake, a half-fed Night Before Dawn. Out wide getting third, Stage Right Even, followed by Superior Sovereign. Further back then, a Brave Gift, followed by Aristides, Count Her Feet, Mr. Who. In behind those, Sakan, followed by Corica Lady, and at the top was the last one home. Craig Cake in the last stride. Number 2, the winner, Craig Cake, $3.90 on the New South Wales TAB, $1.90. Night Before Dawn, $1.50. And that pair got right away. I think you'll find Stage Right Even making up ground will get third, around about $7.50. So the winner there, Craig Cake, is raced by the Oxley Partnership Syndicate. The managers MD and Mrs. M.H. Doyle. Congratulations. And the winner trained by Max Wiggins at Warwick Farm. Grant Buckley, the rider. There's a 3-year-old brown gelding by Kirsch Tort out of Cradle. Has now had 7 starts for 2 wins and a second. And I don't think the Mr. and Mrs. Doyle are here today, but no doubt they'd be very pleased with the win of Craig Cake. Getting up in the very last stride to beat Night Before Dawn. Kevin English for Barbara Joseph. A 3-year-old chestnut gelding by Switch in Time out of Levendale Girl. And Stage Right Even standing by for the official third. Stage Right Even is by Crazy Moon out of Vane Susan, Adrian Owen, Rose Hill, and the rider was Race Silburn. But an exciting finish, a good battle between Night Before Dawn and Craig Cake, with Craig Cake just getting to the line in the very last stride. Now the other details are coming through. A long head, the winning margin. A long head by 5.5. 2-1-4 are official. 5 Superior Sovereign fourth, and 11 finished fifth by Brave Gift. A long head by 5.5, and we'll have the time in a moment. Here it comes. 1:11.85 was the time. 1:11.85. Those numbers official. Race 6 Goulburn 2-1-4-5. A long head 5.5. 1:11.85. As the runners return following race 6, we'll have more in a moment.
Good on you, Tony. Thank you.
Dawn, Barbara Joseph, the trainer, and Stage Right Even, trained at Rose Hill by Adrian Owen. Now they're moving in. Waiting on Arado, Yarram Lad and Fox Rock Boyo. Pots and Pans draw the inside of the line. This race over 1,400 metres. Sajip goes up. Now Yarram Lad and Fox Rock Boyo, the last pair. Coffee and Whiskey has gone in. Arato, Pots and Pans drawn the inside of the line. This is race 7 Goulburn, 1999 Goulburn City Cup Day. Starter comes round to release the field. They're all in under starters' orders. Over there at the 1,400. Starter goes up. Lecture moved around, settles down, and away they go. Pots and Pans on the inside. Got the best of it. Yarram Lad went back to the tail of the field. Scintillator moves to second, followed by Simon the Pieman. Now there's Sajip taking off and going around the field looking for the lead, and Coffee and Whiskey is running about 6th or 7th, back behind those Arato. Now Lecture's back centre field when they settle down, followed by Fox Rock Boyo. Divine Philly is second last, and about 2.5 to 3 Yarram Lad last of all. In the back stretch at the 1,000-metre mark, and Pots and Pans is the leader. A half a length in front of Sajip, about 2 off in third Scintillator. A length behind those in 4th place Simon the Pieman, followed by Coffee and Whiskey Arato. Lectures down on the inside. A further break as they race past the 800. Fox Rock Boyo followed by Divine Philly, who's back second last, and about 3 or 4 Yarram Lad last of all. Down the side, 700 out now, and still little change in the order. Pots and Pans just in front of Sajip. Scintillator doing it well in 3rd place, followed by Simon the Pieman. Gaining ground, Lecture down on the inside of Arato. Further back then Divine Philly. The next one as they swing into the straight, Fox Rock Boyo followed by Coffee and Whiskey and Yarram Lad. Around the home turn, 400 metres to go, and Pots and Pans is the leader. Scintillator applies pressure on the outside, and also joining in with Sajip, and further out Arato, and Divine Philly's right down the outside, and Lecture getting up along the inside. At the 200-metre mark, Pots and Pans is the leader. Battling on again there was Scintillator, and now Lecture's driving through right on the inside, but Scintillator broke away. Divine Philly out wide as flashing home. It's Scintillator in front, and Scintillator beats Divine Philly. Arato third, followed by Lecture, Pots and Pans, Yarram Lad. Back in the field then came Sajip, followed by Fox Rock Boyo. Simon the Pieman and Coffee and Whiskey was last. Scintillator is the winner, ridden by Johnny Nesbitt on New South Wales TAB 13:33.20. Out wide Divine Philly, 2.60, and Arato $1.60. 2 Scintillator, the winner, trained by Barbara Joseph at Canberra. And it's raced by Mrs. B.M. Joseph, RG and RJ Logan, and R.E. Carey. And I believe that Bob's here today. I was talking to Bob about 15 minutes ago. Scintillator, the winner, has now had 24 starts, 5 wins, 6 seconds and 2/3. Divine Philly got home very late out wide, and Arato close up third. Lecture got a beautiful run up along the inside, but couldn't go on, and Scintillator broke away in the straight and held on to beat Divine Philly and Arato. Divine Philly trained by Peter Toogood at Rose Hill, Andrew Gibbons, and Arato trained at Goulburn by Danny Williams, Matthew Carl. We'll have more in a moment.
Good, Tony, thank you. And nice to see a win there today for Barbara Joes, with Inga at $3.20, the tote favourite. Coming off a last start win at Canterbury over the 1,550, with Monterey Bay at $3.50, Beauvale at $6.90. Let's take a look at number 9, Bromac at 47, Fenian at 18, and Hansky at 44. And it looks like they're all behind the barriers there. Now, the protest is still on at Kilcoy. It is third against second. So we'll await that information. Now, Orange Divs, 3, 10 and 9 on race 9. Strong Blade, $121. 10 Drillers Boy, $6.40. 9 Carinya Cruiser, $2.60. Quinella, $16.40. Trifecta, $69.30. And casino dividends on race 3. Tap the Vapor, $32.85.50. Over number 2, Susie D at $2.10, and 8 Miss Perrick, $2.60. Quinella, $56.20. The Trifecta, $852. And Seymour divs on the last. 216, Mr. Nagawini, $11.30, $2.80. Stephen, number 1, Big Mac at $1.50, and 6 Ivory Walk at $2.30. Quinella, $8.80. Trifecta, $166.10. Another look at this Goulburn market.